I've never been able to find that place again, you know?
Which place, Chris?
Ormsville Tower Court. I lived there for about 2 months, and it was half-hour away from campus. And I can't find it anymore. I've looked at old street maps. I've walked half the streets of London. And it's not there anymore.
Are you sure you lived there?
It was a creepy place. One of those places built in the 60s that they're tearing down all over the place now. While not a nice place, it was cheap. And that was the main thing for me. The night I moved in was the first night I heard it. That strange violin music. I'd never heard a violin used quite like that. The strangeness of the notes. I had to find out who was playing that music. I'd never been that good with first contact. I'm quite awkward actually. So the first night I went up there, I just stayed outside listening to the music, like I was being hypnotised. I introduced myself to him and told him that I heard his music and thought it was wonderful. His face twisted in something like fear or anger. I couldn't tell, and he started signing at me. I don't speak sign, but I got the message. Don't speak to me. It took me a little while to realise that he wasn't deaf. He was mute. It was a few days before I heard from him again. This time it was a note slipped under the front door to my place. The note was from Erich. He apologised for his behaviour, blaming certain afflictions and whatnot. He didn't play his own music again, and I didn't want to move downstairs. I didn't move from that flat. It was over a month, then one night I heard Erich's playing reach crescendo. Then something else happened, and I heard a thud. He looked glad to see me, ushering me inside in his own quiet way. In the conversation that followed, him listening to me, I reading his notes, he asked that I be patient while he writes a complete explanation. I nodded my assent, waited patiently while he scribbled. It seemed to take forever, and then just as I was going to see what he had written so far, I heard a note from outside the window. I thought it might be from a church nearby, but it sounded like a higher note than a bell could make. I'd never seen fear so openly on a person's face before, and I worried for what was happening. The music he played was frantic, and it only got quicker. Then strangely, I heard a counterpart play from outside the window. Erich just kept playing faster and faster. It was horrifying. Then the light went out in the room. It just popped. Then the curtains blew inward on a foul-smelling wind, and I saw what was outside. I saw creatures that could not be within that horrific rift. The wailing and the shrieking filled the air, competing with Erich's violin. Erich himself stood stock still in the centre of the room, apart from his flailing arms playing madly on that damned violin. I don't quite remember what happened next. Only vague impressions of fleeing, and the terrifying feeling of unknowable and terrible things giving chase.
It's okay, Chris. It's not happening now. They aren't out to get you.
You don't understand. They're out to find me. I can't sleep because they are there. I know so much more about them now, more than anyone would ever want to know about the things that lie in wait in the endless space. They took Erich, and now they want me.
Come on, let's go now. Okay, Chris, I think some more time and therapy will help. I'll just take you to the nurse, and she'll take you to your room.